Hello there, good afternoon everybody, welcome to another video by me, Mr. Drone. I am at the moment, I'm kind of away, I'm in Nottingham at a exhibition, believe it or not, but anyway, I wanted to just introduce a video that I've put together for you with the help of David Badcock, one of my subscribers who's helped a lot with a lot of information regarding construction in and around Liverpool City. This one is a follow-up to a video that I brought out on the beginning of September, I think the 3rd of September. I'll mention it in the video. It's a follow-up to that regarding 11 to 14 Waterloo Road and the King Edward Triangle or King Edward Industrial Estate that is being worked on at the moment. So yeah, I just introduced the video. This is a follow-up to that, and it contains a lot of information about what we're going to see coming down at that King Edward Triangle, the construction there, what's going to be demolished, when it's going to be demolished, well, when we're expecting it to be demolished. So yeah, stay tuned, have a little look at it. I hope you enjoyed the video. It'll be a slide based video and I'll talk you through it. Let's have a look at it. Okay, so as you can see here, just a few notes. It says this presents some updated information with regards to the fully planned developments in this area of Liverpool, north of the Three Graces, which awaits approval by Liverpool City Council. There's a link to my previous YouTube video, or you can browse back through my channel and go back to the 3rd of September 2025, where we had a look at this area. In that earlier presentation, it made clear that the King Edward Industrial Estate, in the orange there, with the orange outline, also known as the King Edward Triangle in Peel Water's master plan, had been sold to a company called KEIE, which is of course King Edward Industrial Estate Limited, a few months ago. It is a new subsidiary of TJ Morris Limited, which trades under the retail name of Home Bargains. It also made it clear that 11 to 14 Waterloo Road, marked in the red, had been acquired by Davos Developments Limited, which is the subsidiary of TJ Morris Limited that acquires and develops the Home Bargains sites. The planned development of 11 to 14 Waterloo Road also stated the intention of using the plot here in the purple temporarily before it becomes developed further by KEIE, who are in discussions now with Liverpool City Council about the design of a new master plan for the King Edward Triangle. The most recent broad brush proposals within the new master plan being unveiled by the combined efforts of KEIE, Davos, Pegasus, Beetham and Brock Carmichael includes some of the following details. A purchase by the developers of some of Liverpool City Council's land adjacent to Great Howard Street. Several tall buildings, one of which would be a new highest building at about 60 stories, which would comprise of 2,750 homes, a high-end hotel with about 400 rooms, 200 square foot of Grade A office space, 250,000 square foot of commercial, leisure, retail and food and beverage spaces, 1.8 million square foot of covered car parking, a 250,000 square foot destination arena, and a 400 square foot of public spaces, including a link over the Strand. Whilst discussions continue about the development of a new master plan for the King Edward Triangle, KET in orange, in the meantime there are some new developments with regard to the situation at 11 to 14 Waterloo Road in the red, and the adjoining northwest corner plot of the King Edward Triangle that you can see inside the orange, which is marked in purple. Before any construction work can start on the plot at 11 to 14 Waterloo Road, it's essential for the old Taverna building and its neighbours in red, plus the single-storey building opposite over Paisley Street in purple, are demolished. However, KEIE/Davos intend to speed things up further by submitting plans to Liverpool City Council for approval to demolish a few of the buildings at this northern end of the King Edward Triangle or King Edward Industrial Estate as well. The demolition plans apply to the buildings within this area in blue, and the intention is to start work as early as the 21st of October 2025 or as soon as possible after approval is granted. As a reminder of the road names in this area, we will see in the red is Waterloo Road. The green is Greenock Street. In the orange is Paisley Street. In the blue is Robert Street. and the pink running along the top is Great Howard Street. The buildings quoted for demolition in this area comprise of 11 to 14 Waterloo Road in the red, Greenock Street in the purple, number 1 Greenock Street in the purple, number 2 Robert Street in the orange, and 37 to 39 Great Howard Street shown in the blue. Those with a keen eye will notice that one building in this designated area will avoid being demolished, and it's shown here in the green. Although not grade listed as a historical building, it was investigated as a potential candidate but denied. The facade will be preserved and will be seen later, and the building refurbished as part of the future development of the King Edward Triangle. This view looks east to west down Paisley Street in the blue, with the areas that will be closed off from access shown in the orange. The eastern facade of the old office building that will be preserved can be seen here centrally when looking east to west down Paisley Street, with additional views inserted as if it was seen from the south east in the green, overhead flying eastwards in the blue, and the northeast shown in the purple. Here follows a little more information about number 2 Robert Street, which is shown in the orange, seen here in a south to north direction. It was built between 1841 and 1851, superseding a building along the north side of the site that was known to exist in 1835 and when Paisley Street was known as Hill Street North. It was at first a tobacco works, and in 1888 a fire insurance document labels the complex as Richmond Cavendish and Co. Limited Tobacco Factory. By 1952 it was designated as a warehouse, and by the late 1960s it had been converted to an engineering works belonging to Sprague Bros Limited, engineers and metalworkers, as can be seen here shown in the blue. It was assessed in 2007 for listing but didn't meet the criteria. Once approval is given, the demolition contractor, Roda, will create 2 HERAS fenced non-public access zones shown in the orange, with 5 vehicular access gates shown in the green, and with security personnel present at all times. Within the southern secured exclusion zone shown in the orange, Rodar aim to work on 1 Greenock Street shown in the purple, first stationing a mechanical digger on the car park area facing westwards and retrieving materials eastwards. They will then use pulverisers and crushers to recycle much of the hard material and separating off as much material as possible for recycling. The car park will be dug up as well, so some of the hardcore will be used on the final flat surface to act as a base for a temporary car park and to support installation of some ports cabin offices and rest areas. The second phase will be to demolish 2 Robert Street, shown in the red. Broadly speaking, they will progress a southwest to northeast direction using a mechanical digger, again in phases numbered here. However, they will construct full height sheeted scaffolding alongside the northern edge of the building shown in the green along Paisley Street, which is shown in blue again, so that the northern walls will be knocked down by hand inwards to the building area as the mechanical digger completes phases 3, 4 and 5. 37 to 39 Great Howard Street at the top east end of the exclusion zone will be demolished mechanically and with the same morphology for recycling and waste, starting at the northeast corner. The blue arrows indicate how those walls will be pulled towards the centre of the building to minimise waste beyond. Within the satellite exclusion zone, 11 to 14 Waterloo Road will be surrounded on 3 sides by demolition scaffolding, and the outer walls that this will be keyed into will be removed manually, pushing material inwards. The scaffolding will be removed as the mechanical demolition progresses in phases 1, 2 and 3. As elsewhere, pulverising and crushing off material to produce recycled hardcore Other recyclable material and waste will be processed on site. Okay, everybody, so there you go. That was just a kind of brief video showing us what we're expecting there. So demolition potentially due to start later this month, just in a couple of weeks, or as soon as the plans are approved. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that, and we've shown the kind of exclusion zones and where it's going to be shut off, how it's going to be pulled down as well. It's really good to look at that building, wasn't it? Roberts Street was at number 1. Really good to look at that. But the exclusion zone where there will be security is good, and it's obvious, you know, they're demolishing and carrying out works. However, we don't need that because we'll have the drone, won't we? So we will be following it. We will be certainly keeping a close eye on that area. It's all part of the Liverpool Waters master plan, fits within that area. And this is now the King Edward Triangle or King Edward Industrial Estate. So I hope you enjoyed the update. A lot of information there. Please let me have your comments. Please like, share and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on it as well, please. Really important. And yeah, we will certainly be following that. Stay tuned, everybody. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye now.